Okay, so in this video we're going to be talking about the origins of the universe, and understandably that the universe is bigger and more important than that of which humanity can even begin to even compare it side by side. So the universe still is a giant mystery, and humanity has yet to really uncover these secrets that the universe really seems to wrap itself up with. But if you really want to have a good example of this, there have been times when, if you really want to get into this, the universe obviously existed way before the Earth did, so technically speaking, humanity revolves around the universe. And essentially what that means is that, even if humanity was to conquer every problem on this planet, well, technically speaking, the universe is still, there's still uncharted territory for humanity because humans haven't been everywhere themselves. So that can definitely leave you in a state of, curiosity of what could happen. Like right now, for example, it's snowing outside, so it might be a little cold outside right now because I'm in my garage. So I might have to shovel some snow later, so that's a mystery for me because I don't know how much snow we're supposed to get, even though it doesn't look like too much right now. Anyways, but meanwhile in the universe, there could be things out there that are happening right now that we're not there for. Maybe we're just destined on this planet to, whatever life we decide to live. Not based off like some supernatural entity telling me to do it, but like free will, sort of, like you can make your own decision, like what you want to do in whatever order. But you're in control of your own individuality. But anyways, the question is, the reason why we talk about like the universe is because it's there to remind us that humanity, there are things out there that are bigger than we are, and things that just because humans haven't found it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Again, like Carl Sagan said, absence of, I always forget how to do this, I apologize. It's absence of evidence is not evidence of absence, or something like that. Meaning, like, just because we haven't found proof doesn't mean that, there is no proof. Here's something that really here's something that I really want an answer for. Well, aside from everything else, I was reading, and that's why I'm making this video. You see, I was reading earlier that, human genetics, like DNA and all that, there's an infinite number of specific physical heredity. Essentially like when you pass down genetics, offsprings. I was reading earlier about, how humans can be much different than that of which we think they are, and I've noticed something that I don't really think too many people have really thought about, and that is, humans are, evolution is very random, and some people have been sort of confused on why that is. But like, what you have to really understand about evolution is that, it's a period of change over a long period of time. You might not notice it, but it's there nonetheless. And the reason why is because you have genetics rather than just humans, but you also have like 90% of bacteria in your body. In other words, you have more DNA of like everything that makes up the universe than that, and just, than that of which you understand. So it kind of makes sense when you really think about it that, there might be more things out there than that we know of. So like, for example, you look at the bacteria that humans evolved from. It's like a long E word, I don't remember it off the top of my head. But essentially that same bacteria was also found on like planets Venus, Mars, I think Mercury as well, I'm not really sure. But it'd be like, humanity could have been on those planets in the past. Our ancestors could have been there. You want something that's even more crazy. Everything is made of energy. And even energy itself can be considered a living organism. So in other words, anybody who thinks that nothing is not living, you'd be surprised that it seems like everything could be living. And then just, just these outrageous, just abilities that we don't even realize we're capable of doing. It just goes to show you that the more you know, the better the universe becomes. Because it's like, I don't know everything, you don't know everything, but it's like, you can't just believe in what people tell you. You have to like research this stuff yourself, and then even then you start getting confused on how this whole thing works and what it really means in the end.